Hi everybody, this is Cory Klink, and today I'm participating in the Akbar Doorstop Challenge as nominated by the fabulous JP. If you don't know, if you haven't been following us, Akbar has a GoFundMe right now, and it's to support the most vulnerable Akbar workers, the door staff, people who might not have any alternative income right now during the crisis. So if you can donate, please donate, and if you have donated, thank you so fucking much. Those dollars have actually gone to our groceries, and it's been amazing. So thank you so much. As a thank you, all of our bartenders made these dope videos where you can learn how to make cocktails with just the ingredients in your fridge, how to improv a cocktail with a lemon you stole from your neighbor's tree, and some of the classics by JP. So good, so good. So yeah, thank you so much. And what I'm going to contribute, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm not one of the bartenders yet. But I wanted to share with you two of the things that helped me pass the quarantine time. The quarantine? I'll stop. But my two things that I'm going to share with you as a thank you are number one, some martial arts. As requested, I am the resident black belt at Akbar. And what I'm going to teach you is just a way to get your zoomies out by doing a set of 3 kicks. If that's something that doesn't apply to you, say you don't have use of your legs, or because of neurodiversity, you cannot get off the floor right now, which is totally fine. Participate if you want, learn if you want, or skip ahead to part 2, which is going to be much sexier. Part 2, I'm going to teach you just the basic single column time, which is shibari, aka rope bondage. So yeah, if you want to learn a sexy tie, if you want to learn a front kick, side kick, or back kick, I'm here for you. Also, if those things are too ableist and they don't work for you for whatever reason, feel free to hit me up. Like, if you need self-defense in this time and you need to learn how to defend yourself from a wheelchair, or learn to even be able to stand because you're debilitated right now, that's totally legit. Just let me know. I'll send you like a 1-minute free video on how to defend yourself. I'm here for you. But also, on to the good stuff. Alright, so part 1. We're going to do some karate. First thing you need to learn is a horse stance. Horse stance is when we bend our knees just shy of like a shoulder width apart. Our toes are pointed forward. Our knees never pass our toes in their bend. Our hands come back and our back is super straight. This is a super important stance because it gives you stability. It makes it so that someone can't knock you over. In an emergency situation, if like people are starting to rumble, you bend down low and you make yourself solid. You build yourself a foundation. Also, it sculpts the fuck out of your thighs. So lean into it. So we're gonna bring our hands in. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna establish the knees, because it's really important to have good form when we do martial arts. So we're gonna lift our knee up. This is called a flamingo stance. So from horse to flamingo. And then we're gonna execute our front kick. So we lift up, snap our foot forward, and you'll notice the ball of my dirty ass foot, bam, that's the one we wanna make contact. It can hit here in the solar plexus, it can hit the groin, it can hit someone in the throat if you're like super flexy, you can kick someone in the bridge of the nose. All of these targets will help you to knock out your opponent, to take their oxygen away, or to basically make it so that you can get away. So, front kick, we go straight forward. Side kick is essentially the same thing. We lift our knee up, and it's gonna go sideways, straight out. Kick as high as you can. It's legitimate to kick someone in the knee if it's an emergency. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lift our knee up forward. We're gonna lift our knee up sideways. We're gonna lift our knee up backwards, and that's getting our hip joint open so that we can kick in all directions. So we're gonna go forward, sideways, backward. Put your foot down if you need to, so it can be forward, sideways, backward, forward, sideways, backward. And this opens everything up so that we can move to the next step. Also, important to note, if that is already enough of a workout, like I already feel my heart rate is starting to like pick up, that's perfect. That's okay. If that's all the cardio you get that day or can manage, totally fine, because that is a fucking workout. If you're ready for the next step, or want to challenge yourself even more, we're going to add the kick. So we go forward, kick. You can put your foot down, or you can keep your knee up if you have extraordinary yoga balance. Side kick. You can put your foot down, or you can leave it up. back kick. So, snap forward, snap sideways, snap backward. Other leg, snap forward, snap sideways, snap backward. And then if you want to put your foot down, that's totally fine. So it can look like this: front, down, side, down, back, down. Other leg, front, down, side, down, back, down. Or if you're fucking fancy, front, side, back, down. Always ground yourself in your horse stance. Hands come in or guard goes up front. Front, side, back, down. This, if you just do that for like fucking 3 minutes, you're gonna feel a good cardio burn. It's also gonna be really good for your hips to snap out your knees, just like get everything nice and limber. And it can warm you up if you're like doing a home workout set. So yeah, that is the kick portion. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to slide into my DMs. All right, part 2, some rope bondage. If you've never done any of this, please take a minute to go online and look up some of the safety procedures for engaging in safe rope bondage. What you're gonna need is a length of rope. Doesn't have to be crazy. If you're just practicing on a chair like I am, you can use a shoelace or a piece of twine from your garage. So we're gonna find the center point. This is called the bite. And we're gonna wrap away from our body from left to right. This is my appendage. I'm pretending this is like a wrist. I'm gonna wrap over, hook under, and I'm gonna use these 2 fingers to hold the tension. So hold all of the wraps that go around. Loop it over your fingers. It's gonna come back down and under. And I'm gonna do this little shimmy move to make sure that the cuffs are even, not twisted, and that there's enough rope for me to have a bite to tie with, to actually tie the knot. So this is gonna come over the running end, capturing all of the wraps and underneath. So now I've got the running end, the bite, and hopefully some very even strands that will hold the wrist in place finally. So, next step, making sure that you don't lose tension, you're gonna pull the running end forward, and it's gonna cross its original path by 180 degrees. So it's gonna be a direct fold over right there. And see how this is creating a little loop right here? The bite is gonna go over and under through this loop that you created. Right, and then making sure there's no twists, you're gonna tighten it all down. You'll know if you did the single column right, because in this form it's called a yuki knot. There's actually a few different single columns you can learn, but this is like the classic way. You'll know that you've done it right when you have this upside down heart shape. So heart comes to a point, bam. Or Queer Coven, which is my queer rope tying group, would tell you that you've made some butt cheeks. Congratulations. See butt cheek 1, butt cheek 2, running end, and bite. Bam. And if you've done it right, you'll also have even tension on all of your strands. And this is plenty to practice. Like, practicing your single column is quintessential to being a good rope top. And you want it even so that it doesn't hurt your bottom. You don't want one strand to cinch down and cut off circulation and potentially cause nerve damage. So, look up your safety. Play with your partners politely and always get consent. In this case, Bertha has been very supportive and consensual. And I hope that this is something that you enjoy if you have capacity for doing a little bit of rope during the quarantine. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's surviving well. We miss you and we love you. And we hope that we've given you lots of fun little tidbits for making at-home cocktails and doing some rope bondage and some karate. Stay safe, stay healthy, and be well. See you on the other side.